Our other top story tonight at 11, more lawsuits are coming for a former nurse at Sinai-Grace Hospital.
47-year-old Wilfredo Figueroa-Berrios is already facing multiple sexual assault charges in multiple cases. Local 4's J. Scott Smith joins us with more.
Yes, good evening, everybody. And these lawsuits that are coming are going to be part of a press conference that promises to release more shocking details of just the simple heinous crimes committed by this former nurse.
47-year-old Wilfredo Figueroa-Berrios, a former nurse at Sinai-Grace Hospital in Detroit, is facing more than a half-dozen sexual assault charges in connection with multiple cases. Prosecutors in his criminal cases say he, quote, preys on vulnerable patients who seek help at the hospital. A press conference scheduled for tomorrow will outline new claims against Berrios, as well as how they were handled at Sinai-Grace. They will include instances of performing unnecessary medical procedures, sexual assaults, and drugging of patients while under his care at Sinai-Grace, as well as at Trinity Hospital in Livonia, where he previously worked. This comes on the heels of last week's announcement by Figer Law and Flood Law that they have filed lawsuits against Sinai-Grace Hospital. The lawsuits were filed on behalf of Berrios' victims against Sinai-Grace, as well as their parent company, Tenet Healthcare, alleging they failed to perform background checks and investigate complaints.
They put this individual with vulnerable patients, with people who need help, with people who are on medications that painkillers or that affect their judgment, and they don't know what's going on, and allow this to flourish. It is something that has to be stopped.
In total, Berrios has been charged with 5 counts of third-degree criminal sexual conduct, 2 counts of second-degree criminal sexual conduct, and a 4th-degree count in separate cases. On September 4th, he was arraigned after he was accused of sexually assaulting a 41-year-old woman on May 9th, outside of the Tin Roof Bar, which is across the street from Comerica Park. 1 month later, on October 4th, Berrios was charged in connection with an August 12th assault of a 31-year-old woman who was a patient at Sinai-Grace.
And I reached out to Sinai-Grace earlier this evening for comment, and they said in a statement, quote, upon becoming aware of these allegations, Sinai-Grace proactively initiated contact with and notified law enforcement and suspended the employee, Berrios, who has since been terminated. We do not condone any type of abuse and are cooperating fully with law enforcement, and federal privacy laws restrict us from sharing potential patient information. Now, Berrios is currently out on $10,000 bond. Now, he does have a GPS tracker, and he must adhere to a 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew, and as well as he's also not allowed to have any contact with any hospital unless it's for emergency care. Again, this press conference is tomorrow morning. His next preliminary exam will be 1 week from today on October 20th. We're live in Detroit. I'm J. Scott Smith for Local 4.
Okay, Jay, we appreciate it.